guys go ahead and fire away unless you have something you want to say.
Well, first of all, just thanks for being here, and I'm excited. Like Coach Brown was saying, even though I've coached a lot of different places, my wife and I, we still consider Chapel Hill home. Like during the off season, during the summer, she has family here in town, so we always come back and visit and get a chance to visit with her family. And so I'm just thrilled about the opportunity. Thankful for Coach Brown to allow me to be a part of this staff. I'm just looking forward to getting to work, and can't wait till we start spring practice.
Aside from that, what words you hear? Was it the relationship with Coach Warren? Was it the familiarity of kind of getting a running start, already knowing some terminology that Mac was just talking about?
Well, one of the things, like I said, my wife, we've always followed, North Carolina football, basketball. No matter where we were, we always tracked it and followed it. And Coach Brown is in the coaching world is a coach that you always he's been like a mentor that you look up to, that you sort of watch from afar. I was at Oklahoma State when he was at Texas, and we had some battles on Saturdays, and they would beat us and things like that. So I've always admired him, and then having the opportunity to come be a part of his program, that was one of the things that really drew me to North Carolina, and especially where the program is going right now. It's going in the right direction. Recruiting's going well. Winning football games. Just played in a conference championship game. So all of those things was a lot of the reasons why I wanted to be a part of the program.
Was it an easy decision?
It was an easy decision. It was. I talked to, having a relationship with Coach Warren, because even when he was at Georgia, I was at Ole Miss, so just recruiting against each other. Then one year, 2021, he came to Indiana as our defensive coordinator, so we got a year to work underneath each other. So we had a relationship, with each other. Also, even Coach Chizik, he was at Auburn when I was at Ole Miss, so I know I was familiar with him, and things like that. So it was an easy decision. It was. Mm-hmm. Well, now I think the world that we're in now, with the transfer portal and things like that, every room could possibly be new. I've had a chance, like last week, spent 2 or 3 days just sitting down, just talking to the guys, getting to know them, and I tell you, I'm blessed to have a great room, great group of young men. Watch them work out. I mean, they're out there in the mornings working hard, busting their tails, and I'm excited just to have the opportunity to work with them. I think they're hungry. They want to do everything they can to continue to take the program to the next level, and also to take their game to the next level. And so it's a great group of young men, and they've been great, where they've accepted me and asked questions. I ask questions. They give me answers. I think answers that they're not worried about. I'm gonna just say what I think Coach want to hear. They're honest answers, and so I think it's been really good. So I'm excited, and I'm happy with the guys that I have.
Jason, I'm Adam Smith. I'm with Inside Carolina also. Nice to meet you. Just wondering, how would you describe your coaching philosophy, your approach to developing guys and coaching, and just how would you talk about yourself as a coach?
I think one of the things that that I try to do is just try to get to know the young men, because it's more than just football. Winning games is important, and helping them develop and become the best player that they could possibly be is also important. But one of the things that I've always done is try to get to know them for as a person, and find out about, mom, dad, or if it's grandma, if it's uncle, and find out, try to dive into their lives and find out what's going on in their lives. And because, we're going to push them in practice, and you're going to push them on game day. And once a young man finds out you care about him more as a person than just a football player, then they'll go above and beyond, and they'll play hard for you. Because we think of them as football players, and they're big, strong, tough guys, which they are, but they still have to deal with things in their lives. It could be the death of a grandma or something like that, or mom and dad could have something going on at home, or whatever it is, and they need to have someone that they feel they can sit down and talk to about the things that they're dealing with. And so that's been my approach over the years. It's worked for me, and then the guys, like when I challenge them or when I push them, it's out of love, and it's not because, hey, coach is just doesn't like me, right? No, coach is pushing me because he cares about me.
Jason, this is C.L. Brown with the Rocky News and Observer. This may be getting way too out in front for right now, but I was curious in terms of rotating. Like, is your philosophy in developing or wanting two main starting corners and then just kind of guys to relieve them, or how do you kind of view how you rotate in the corner?
Well, and this is something we've talked about a little bit as a defensive staff, and even Coach Brown has touched on it, is you have to have depth, in order to make a run and to win those games late in the season. You play the same two guys. It's a physical sport, right? Usually their bodies are worn down and injuries start to creep in, and guys are more likely to get injured if they're playing every snap. So we do want to play a lot of guys, because the more guys you can play, the healthier they'll be, and I think it's good for the room. I think it's good for the room, and so like right now everything is there's no like depth chart. I'm new, and I told everybody when I met with them, everybody has a clean slate. So I don't care what happened before I got here. Right now, that's all I got here, last Thursday? From last Thursday forward, that's all I'm concerned about. And so the decisions that we make is based on that. So I do want to play a lot of guys, because I think that's going to help us stay healthy. It's going to help us be a better defense.
Since you got here last Thursday, what is the part of either Chapel Hill or the UNC football program specifically that really jumped out at you in person that you didn't quite get from just following it from afar?
Well, the biggest thing I think that you can see, when you come into the building as you go around town, is just the love for the program. And it's not just football, basketball also, but just the love. And there's a commitment where they want all sports to excel. And so that's the biggest thing, just being here for a few days, that you can see right away. There's a commitment and there's a love in the community for the program.
Ross Martin, South Carolina. You mentioned Coach Warren, one of the reasons why he came back or came here. You coached him for 1 year in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about his coaching style? What drew you to work with him again? How's y'all's relationship? How's y'all working close together?
Well, we have a pretty good relationship. Like I said, I was at Ole Miss, he was at Georgia, so we always would bump into each other on the recruiting trails. 2020, during COVID, our defensive staff spend a lot of time with their defensive staff on Zoom calls, just sharing different ideas. And then 2021, he joined. He was able to join our, join the staff there at Indiana. And so I think we have a pretty good relationship where I know, what he likes and the techniques that we want to teach. We speak the same language. The defense that we're running, I've been in it. So as far as the communication and things like that. So I think he and I have a really good relationship, and so I'm looking forward to working with him.
You said that everyone has a clean slate right now, but have you had a chance to watch? There's a lot of guys from different places. I know they were all here in North Carolina. Have you had a chance to watch some of them on film just to kind of see what you're dealing with in that room?
Yeah, had a chance to watch some film and just watch the guys and just to watch them watch them play and things that you see on film, it's things that can be corrected. It may be your second year in running a defense. Usually you're a lot better. Sometimes it boils down to just technique, just fundamentals and things like that. Those are things that we'll work on this spring. So the things I've seen on film, everything can be corrected. And the one thing about them, the effort. I mean, the guys, they play hard. They fly around when you watch the film, chasing the football. Even in the workouts, when you go watch them work out, I mean, they're finishing, they're doing all the little things the right way. And so it's been good. Yeah.
In your discussions with Mac and with Gene and Coach Warren, I guess, what were some of the things they communicated to you that had to be fixed in that room, especially from a teaching technique standpoint, that you will hit on right away that you know you can make an immediate difference?
One of the things talking to Coach Chiswick and Coach Brown and Coach Warren, the biggest thing was just technique, just playing with better technique. At times when the ball is in the air as a corner, you got to be in position where if you're in position, you got to be able to play the ball, get your eyes around, got a chance to intercept it, or get the pass break up, and like Coach Brown said, we got to do a better job of tackling. As a corner, a lot of times you're going to be out there on the perimeter, and we're going to ask them to play man to man. But at times, when you have to tackle, you got to tackle. And so those are all the things, same things that he spoke about when he was up here. Those are the things that we discussed, and those are the things that we're going to work on this spring to get fixed.
Coach Brian Murphy with WRAL. I wonder, you've been around, you've obviously followed this program, you've been around the country in a lot of spots. What is the sense of where this program is and what North Carolina football is, from around the country?
From the outside world,
Yeah.
It's one of the top programs in the country. Just even in recruiting, just being here the last couple of days and talking to high school coaches and talking to recruits and things like that, the excitement around the country is the highest it's ever been, and so recruits are excited, just eager about having the opportunity to come on campus and watch spring practice or just coming up and spending a weekend and things like that. So the excitement around the country is awesome.
Is that Coach Brown related, or what's that tied to?
I think it's Coach Brown and him coming here and the vision that he's had for the program, and now you're seeing the vision start to take off. And as a high school recruit, you're watching college football and you just see North Carolina just taking off. And so high school, the recruits, they want to be a part of it. So it's just his vision, and you look at the history, and everywhere he's been, he's won, and so I think it's a combination of all of that.
Jason, North Carolina's had a high profile, as you said, for a long time, but they've also, with that profile, kind of their reputation is that they're not tough enough in certain parts of the game. And nice, great kids, not tough enough, giving up a lot of yards in the air over the years. What, the term headhunters is used for defensive
Well, I think the way you change that, that's just a mentality, and it starts, and you see it in the workouts, in the morning workouts, where the guys are being pushed, and then if they don't finish or if they don't do it right, hey, go back, boom, you do it again. And the winter workouts, what they're doing right now in the winter program, that'll carry over into spring practice, and we're going to push them and we're going to challenge them in spring practice to finish and the strain, and it becomes and that's how you slowly and that's how you change it. Just demanding it.
Can you teach toughness, or do you have to recruit toughness?
I think it's a little bit of, I think you recruit toughness, but then sometimes you may take a young man from a program where going from high school and then you come to college, the level of commitment and the strain that you have to have, you can also teach them, like, hey, what you did in high school, that was good, but hey, boom, now we got to turn it up a notch. So I think it's you can do both. Mm-hmm.
Got 2 transfer corners that just arrived, shortly before you did, and you've got time to work with them. We obviously haven't met them either, so what can you tell us about those guys?
Well, I haven't had a chance to work with them, but I've had a chance to sit down and visit with them, and both great young men. They're Armani, he'll miss spring because of the shoulder, so he can't go through spring. But they're ready to go to work, and he's working hard in the weight room, but rehabbing, doing everything that he can to get back. And Elijah, he's busting his tail in the weight room, just waiting for spring practice. So I've had a chance to sit down and talk to both of them, and both great young men.
What do you like about working with Charles? Like, what connects there between you guys? Like, how does that work?
Well, I think both of us, like, we're demanding, so we know what it takes to be great, and so we push the guys to be great. If a young man says, "Hey, my goal is to play, in the NFL, or I want to be all conference," or whatever it is, right? We both have coached guys that went on to play on Sunday, so we know what it takes. We know how to push them. But at the same time, I think we both we're good teachers, where we can, if a young man is not picking up on what we're doing, just defensively, we both can sit down and explain it to him. And we have an open door policy where you can come up in the mornings and afternoons. We just make ourselves available so that we can teach them to make sure. We'll do whatever we have to do in order for the young man to learn. So I think I think we have a lot of things that we both believe in, and a lot of things that we do the same, that that's gonna just continue to help us be better.
What's your recruiting area? Has that been settled yet?
Haven't been settled yet.
What's your recruiting style? How do you like to go about acquiring talent in terms of relationships? What you look for in a quarterback? I know certain coaches have different, physical profile.
Yeah.
Mental profiles.
Well, the biggest thing you look for, you want them to have speed, right? Yeah, because speed is the one thing as a coach you can't coach. That's just God given, right? So speed, and then they have to be a competitor, have to be willing to compete every single snap, and they have to have the mentality of a short-term memory. You hear guys say, where if something bad happens, boom, hey, throw it in the trash. Let's go play the next play. And size and all that kind of stuff. Everybody wants the size, but I think the speed, the mental toughness, the young man having just naturally being a competitor and he could be shooting marbles and he wants to win shooting marbles. You're playing dominoes, he wants to win. Just having that guy, if he's 5'11", 6'2", 6'3", if he has that, then he has a chance. So those are the biggest things that we look for.
And in your recruiting style?
I think it's all about relationships. You have to build relationships, but you build a relationship with every single person. It could be mom, it could be dad, it could be grandma, it could be the uncle, it could be a trainer, it could be the high school coach. And you just got to build a relationship, and everybody has to get to know you, because if they get to know you and they know at the end of the day you're going to take care of that young man, and you're going to have his best interest in hand and make sure that he does what he's supposed to do, on the football field, but also in the classroom, then you're going to have a pretty good chance of getting that recruit.
You good? All
All
right.
right?
Thanks, Coach.
All right, no problem. Thank you.